Welcome to the Foodamental studio session. This is unique because it is interactive and your hands are going to be getting dirty momentarily.
Who's ready to make some dumplings? I'm ready to make some dumplings. Are you ready to make some dumplings? We're making an elote dumpling. So I think a classic thing in Chicago is obviously the elote that you see on street corners or at the Maxwell Street Market, where it's charred corn, it's lime juice, mayonnaise, and cayenne pepper. So this is our reimagined version of that. I have some caramelized onions going on, which I'm going to add some charred corn. And that's only half of the charred corn that we originally started with. The other half I made a puree out of, which we have right here, which you can see how it's kind of loose, nice and jiggly. So I'm going to add that to the corn, and we're just going to cook it down until it gets to be a pretty thick paste.
So let me ask you a quick question. How did you char the corn exactly? Can you tell us a little bit?
Well, we like to either use a blowtorch, or if you have a salamander or a grill is the best way to do it. A really super hot grill. Like traditional Mexican cuisine, you really actually have to almost go to that burnt stage because you don't really get the Maillard reaction and or the color or the actual flavor that you're really looking for. You'll get something similar, but not that authentic flavor. You almost have to not use great technique. You have to use like shoemaker technique, which is basically just put it on there, wait till it burns, and then pull it off, cool it, and take it off the corn of the cob. So let's get to making our dough. So on your table, you should have some flour, water, salt, and oil. So let's take our flour and add it to our bowl. And honestly, you take like just a pinch of salt for this. This is how easy this is gonna be. Pinch of salt, done. A little over the shoulder. We need just a teaspoon of oil. It's gonna give it a nice little shine, and it's also gonna help protect the filling itself for when it gets steamed. All right, and then you're gonna add 3 tablespoons of water.
Chef, quick question.
How much flour?
How much flour did we start with?
Enough.
Got it.
I believe that this was a cup of flour. For every cup of flour, I would say it's about a half an ounce to an ounce of water. And as you mix it around, you'll start to see it's coming together. You want a good bite on it, so the more water you have in it, the softer it's gonna be. So my dough looks like it's a little dry, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more.
When it's done, should it have a texture like kind of Play-Doh a little bit? Or?
I would say Play-Doh or like a nice firm pasta dough. So once you've actually gotten all of the flour and the water mixed together, I would just continue to keep kneading it until it really gets this nice shine on it. Here's what our filling looks like. We're gonna actually add some queso fresco to that to kind of really bring it together. Because who doesn't like cheese? And then I'm just gonna put it on the side to cool. Okay, next is gonna be, we're basically gonna roll it out to little snakes, and then if you can just pull off little pieces when you're done.
How big should it be, Chef? Hold that up a little bit so you can...
They're like a little,
All right, that's
little smaller
good.
than a chicken nugget. So what dumpling rollers will do is they'll actually take it and they'll smash it with their hand, and then they'll basically just roll and turn, roll and turn, roll and turn. So we end up with something that kind of is pretty round. But for those of you that have pasta machines at home, what I suggest using that guy. All right, now that I've cheated sufficiently, you can basically use a glass.
Yep.
So I'm just cutting these guys out. Now the hard part's coming. Start to stuff it. So I have these little kind of classic, what you would see someone using in Chinatown, like a little stick, and basically it allows me to kind of, it's like a small paddle. So I can put it in and basically fold it over. And I'm actually pinching the top part. And I start from one corner, and with this index finger, I'm pushing it forward, and at the same time over the thumb, and then pinching with the thumb. So it's a quick movement. It should all be like, you can almost feel it as it goes. Over and down.
This is the art of it right there. It's that little pinch just repeated over and over again.
And you can do a couple different things. You can do it like this. You can make this nice little curve if you want. This is like a classic gyoza or pot sticker, as they say. Gyoza being from Japan. So what they call this first one right here is that's called a double dip. And it's because it's curved, so you have two corners. So the sauce will actually come through here on this side, give it a little bite, and you got the other side, generally with chopsticks. But
And where did you get these paddles? They're very cool.
you can buy them I bought them in Chinatown. I don't know if you can actually buy them at a regular sur la table or something like that, but they're like 99 cents. Super easy. They're really great for a lot of things. All right.
That's beautiful. Everybody see that? So how long will those take in the steamer there, Chef?
Should take about 6 to 7 minutes.
Any other dumpling questions?
So how many of these would you consider to be a serving?
I've only been able to eat 12.
Are all the dumplings going to be steamed, or are you going to do some fried?
We'll do some fried dumplings for sure, some griddle dumplings, but a lot of them are steamed. We found they showed their best qualities when they were steamed.
Can you freeze them?
You can definitely freeze them. I like to spray a sheet tray with parchment paper on it, and then you can let them sit in the fridge. But I would suggest freezing them right away because they'll hold a little bit better. The moisture inside the dumpling dough will not start to dry out as much.
It's been fun having you, but please, let's give a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All about Packed and Dumplings Reimagined. Thank you.